By now, David Pilkey is a household name. The superstar cartoonist is the author and illustrator behind the Dogman, Cat Kid Comic Club and Captain Underpants series. Back in March 2002, Pilkey released The Adventures of Super Diaper Baby, a spin-off of Captain Underpants, and now, more than 2 decades later, Scholastic is releasing a full-color edition of the classic kids comic. The full-color edition will arrive at your local comic shop, bookstore and/or public library in later summer. But today, you can get a look at the cover of the upcoming release, right here at Comics Beat. The Adventures of Super Diaper Baby was originally credited to in-universe authors George Beard and Harold Hutchins. Published before graphics was founded in 2005, Pilkey's debut graphic novel was an instant bestseller on overall bestseller lists, which combine children's and adult books. Pilkey, who was awarded the Beat's 2019 Comics Industry Person of the Year, alongside Tom Spurgeon, had this to say about this release: nearly 25 years ago, when I was working on the Captain Underpants books and before Dogman was published, I wrote and illustrated my first graphic novel, The Adventures of Super Diaper Baby, created in the same style as how I imagined my characters 9-year-old George and Harold would have written and drawn the story. In this book, continued Pilkey, I included my early sketches, storyboard, notes about the editing process, and behind-the-scenes look on how I painted the cover. In this new edition, George and Harold, who are now older, have gone back to add full color and edit their spelling mistakes. I'm excited that more readers will discover one of my favorite superhero characters I've created. He may be small in size, but he makes a big impact. My hope is that kids everywhere are inspired to write and draw their own original comics and continue to improve without worrying about being perfect. Will you be picking up a copy of The Adventures of Super Diaper Baby full color edition when it arrives at your local comic shop, bookstore and/or public library on August 5, 2025? Be sure and let us know that and what you think of the cover in the comments section or over on the Beats Blue Sky page.
David Pilkey's Dogman will have a momentum, or accurately multiple moments, in the year ahead, when Scholastic unleashes a global campaign featuring this canine superhero and celebrating reading and heroes around the world. Events kick off today with the publication of Dogman, Big Jim Begins, reeling the character's origin story, which will be released simultaneously in the US, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, with a first printing of 5 million. Since its 2016 debut, Pilkey's graphic novel series has entertained young readers all over the globe. With more than 60 million books in print in 47 languages, and Dogman's universe will expand again with Scholastic Worldwide's launch of Dogman, Big Jim believes in fall 2025, the 14th title in the series. Dogmanning his creator's upcoming agenda extends far beyond the page. On January 31st, DreamWorks Animation and Universal Pictures will release the Dogman movie in theaters worldwide. Directed by Peter Hastings and featuring the voices of Pete Davidson, Isla Fisher, Ricky Gervais, and Lyra Howery. Pilkey has created a super special collector's comic showing how animators brought his characters to life on the big screen for the Dogman film. Scholastic will provide nearly 4 million copies of this free mini-comic through its school channels in the US, UK, Canada, India, Australia, and New Zealand. January also marks the launch of Pilkey's international tour, Join the Hero Party, celebrating heroes around the world. Inspired by his series' recurrent theme that ordinary people can do extraordinarily good deeds, tour events will spotlight everyday heroes who make a positive impact in their communities. The multi-city U.S. tour will begin in January with Pilkey's appearance at the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. The following month, the author-illustrator will travel to the UK, appearing at the Royal Festival Hall on February 22 as part of the Imagine Children's Festival in London, followed by an event in Dublin. Let the parties begin. Scholastic has plans afoot to help booksellers and librarians stage their own on-site celebrations of Dogman and everyday heroes, beginning this month and continuing through spring. More than 100 Dogman costume characters will appear at bookstores, libraries, and community-wide events across the US, UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. thousands of Join the Hero Party Dogman displays and giveaways will be available to retailers in the US and Canada, and Scholastic will distribute event kits and Dogman Hero badges to bookstores and libraries. News of events and activities to download for free can be found online. Forthcoming international Dogman events include a costume character tour in Spain organized by Grupo SM, in Brazil, where Dogman sales doubled in 2023 over the prior year. Publisher Companhia das Letras is sending a Dogman costume character on a promotional tour of bookstores in various cities including São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. Underway domestically are literacy programs organized by Scholastic Collaborators Book Trust and the Scripps Howard Fund, which promote book access and the joy of reading. In an initiative fully funded by Pilkey, nearly 50,000 students across the U.S. will each receive a free copy of Dogman, Big Jim Begins. In addition, one school from each program will receive a Join the Hero Party themed Scholastic Book Fair. Participating schools will also recognize everyday heroes who make a difference in their own communities. Starting today, the pub date of Dogman, Big Jim Begins. Dogman is donning his costume to help host a variety of celebrations. This morning, at Copperfield's Books in Petaluma, California, Patty Norman hosted a riff on a midnight release party, so that kids could pick up a copy of the book, along with donut holes and hot chocolate, on their way to school. Also hosting a Dogman visit today is bookseller Dylan Kinmey at Prairie Fox Books in Ottawa, Ill, where the event will have a double celebrity factor, with Dogman sharing top billing with Santa. On December 7, bookseller Jamie Anderson reported, Dogman will appear in the annual Christmas Parade in Manto, NC, along with a Dogman float created by Downtown Books, before attending an in-store event, Visiting Prosperity, SC that same day. Dogman will be the guest of honor at Gigi's Library, a children's bookstore and more, and will participate in the town's Christmas tree lighting with the mayor to help flip the switch, said owner Gina Mays. Pilkey's 2025 milestones will also include Scholastic's release of a full-color edition of his first-ever graphic novel, 2002's The Adventures of Super Diaper Baby. In August, calling Pilkey a pioneer in the world of children's comics and graphic novels, Ellie Berger, president of Scholastic Trade, noted that his books have captured the hearts and minds of readers around the world with their playful and visual approach to storytelling and endearing characters who triumph over adversity by using their imaginations. Dav had been open about his real-life struggles growing up as a kid who had behavioral and learning challenges, and he sees his ADHD as his superpower. His books resonate with readers who think and learn differently, who appreciate new and different perspectives, and who in the end are inspired to embrace their creativity and show empathy to others. Asked about his expectations for his busy, travel-filled year ahead, Pilkey expressed gratitude to those who have supported his career. One of my favorite parts about being a children's book author and illustrator is getting to meet readers in person, and I'm excited to have the opportunity to do that next year, he said. I am grateful to the many people who have helped get my stories out into the world, all the passionate booksellers, librarians, teachers, reading specialists, parents and caregivers, the many committed volunteers, as well as the team at Scholastic, Writers House, JLG, TheaterWorks USA, and DreamWorks Animation. There are many everyday heroes within each community who help make this world an extraordinarily better place, and I look forward to celebrating them.